and that's okay. I mean, if you need to tone it down, that's much easier to teach. But
Yeah.
if you have to like teach someone to not be scared, that's hard because that has to do with your personality. So it's a good thing that you're not scared. It seems like you're saying that you're not scared, you push a lot, so that's good.
Well, yeah,
Um,
I kind of changed. Like initially, when I was very new to controller. This was the first game I played, first FPS I played on controller. So I was very passive till I got a little bit of a game understanding that you're either pushing or getting pushed. There's no in between. So I'm
right.
like, oh, might as well start moving. So then I got
Yeah.
I got more relaxed. Started dropping soupy, kind of like getting that real feeling of like constant combat.
Yeah. That's good. You're definitely gonna like the Warzone method I'm about to teach you pretty soon. It's a completely different play style. Usually people don't play like that at all. So, I mean, it's definitely gonna be good if that's if you're not if you don't like to play passive and slow like that. That's
Hmm.
definitely gonna be a good way of play style. Anyways, we'll take a look at your. We'll go into the testing phase now. So let's go to game setup and we'll change the mode from gunfight to free for all. And then we'll change the map from speed to king, King.
All right, free for
And then you're
all.
gonna change the timer. Yeah, the timer is gonna be set to 10 minutes. Change that to unlimited. Once you have that set up, you can go ahead and start the game.
All right, don't touch anything else. Everything else is good.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I played this map a little bit.
So
I hate Modern Warfare multiplayer for some reason. I love Cold War. Cold War works really well for me, but like the freaking the Modern Warfare just doesn't click with me for some reason. I love Warzone, but I hate Modern Warfare.
shutter this time. We're not. We're gonna do our testing phase here.
Uh
Let's
huh.
go ahead and make your loadout first. Just keep in mind that if you're trying to play multiplayer to get better at Warzone, you have to play Modern Warfare. Cold War is a brand new game that doesn't have a battle
Right,
royale, so
right. No, understandable. No,
yeah,
totally. Yeah, it's totally
yeah,
different engine, different game. It's just
yeah.
better for me. Like I like it better personally. So just pick any Lodi.
So customize the loadout. Let's deal with the perks first. So for perk, go ahead and select EOD for perk number one,
Mhm. Got it.
and then perk number two is overkill.
Yep.
Perk number three is amped,
Yep.
and then for your primary weapon, we're gonna select kilo. That's under assault rifle.
Uh huh. Uh huh.
And then for secondary weapon, it's going to be MP5. It's under submachine gun.
Got it.
Let's
Any
go ahead and edit the
attachments
kilo
or?
now. Go to guns.
Uh huh.
Let me know when you're at the kilo gunsmith.
Yep. There.
So for optic, it's VOK 3.0. For muzzle, it's monolithic suppressor. For barrel, it's 19.8 prowler.
Mhm.
Under barrel is commando foregrip. And then ammunition is 60 round magazine.
The
Once you
meta
have
build,
that,
huh?
go ahead and select the load. Yeah.
The
Once you
old
have
the
that,
old
go ahead and
meta.
select the loadout.
Uh huh.
Yeah.
Okay. And the
Yeah.
MP5.
Once you have it, no attachments. It's
No
fine. We
attachments.
don't have to deal with that.
All right.
Free for all.
All right. We got the Lodi.
Alright, so go ahead and
Eliminate
find
all
me first.
targets of
Yeah.
opportunity.
Alright, the first thing we're gonna test is your slide cancel. So go ahead and slide cancel around the map. I'll follow you. Whoa, okay. So let's go ahead and teach you how to slide cancel. Let's
No,
go ahead and
I
talk
do
about
know
what slide. Uh-huh.
there's just something wrong with my setting. I don't know why is it not doing it. It's a
Oh.
double. Hold on. For some reason it didn't do it. It's sliding all the way. I noticed.
Yeah.
It's a double crouch. Like once you start sliding.
Yeah. So let's go to options, go to general. Man, no, it's under keyboard and mouse, under movement, slide behavior. What is that under?
Um, Crouch behavior. Hold on.
Slide behavior.
Gotta go further down.
No, slide behavior is on the very top.
Oh, is it? Hold on. Oh, tap. it's locked.
Yeah, it's under tap.
Yeah, tap.
Yeah, it's tapped, so that's good.
Uh-huh.
That should be no problem there. Now let's take a look at the key that you're hitting for slide. What is your key? Is it C?
It's left control.
Left control. Oh, you changed that.
Yeah, to be like.
Let's. How are you tactical sprinting then?
Well, I mean,
Go ahead and push
double
W.
Shift.
Push W.
Double shift.
Wait, hold on. So your shift key is tactical sprint and your left control is slide?
Correct.
Okay. Yeah, that right there is going to be a very bad keybind already. We'll talk about why that's the case in just a little bit. We'll talk about the core keybind, major keybinds, and minor keybinds in just a little bit. But let's go ahead and fix your slide cancel first. So you're saying that you know how to slide cancel, right? So you know that it's tactical sprint and then slide, tactical sprint.
Correct.
So
It resets your tactical
yeah,
sprint.
go ahead and spam your slide. Go ahead and spam your crouch. Spam it like this. Okay. Yeah, looks good. Now go ahead and do the tactical sprint and then do double click on the seat on the slide. No, it's still a full on slide. That's so weird.
Yeah, that's
You
really
should be
weird.
able to do it. Are you double tapping the C?
Oh yeah,
Are
absolutely.
you double tapping the slide? Okay. Yeah, that's weird because yeah, you're not doing a slide cancel right now. But you're saying you know how to slide cancel, right?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I learned on the controller and then I just switched over. Let me see. Maybe something wrong with a setting?
No, because I can do the slide cancel here.
Automatic airborne mantle, that's disabled. Sprint, tactical sprint behavior toggle. Oh, could that be it? The toggle? Maybe I have to hold on, let me
No.
try that really quick.
No, it's supposed to be under It's supposed to be under toggle. The only thing that changes should be the slide behavior, and that's it. If you change it to tap, that should be problem solved.
Alright.
The only other thing is maybe the crouch behavior. Change it to hold toggle if it's not.
Yeah, did it just cancel?
No, you're not. No, you're not doing it.
No,
No.
it's not, yeah. That is really weird though.
Let's go ahead and. Yeah, that should not be an issue. The only thing is the slide behavior. It should be under tap. The thing is, if you double hit your crouch control right now, you're going up and down, right?
Yeah,
Or you're tapping it, right?
Yeah, my prone is on C. So when I hit C, I go prone.
Yeah, we'll have to fix that later too. The slide, it should work. The first slide will slide, the second slide will cancel the slide.
Yeah, absolutely, and then you go right into tactical sprint. You know, I've been doing that, like learn, YouTube day one.
Yeah, that, I don't know why you're not able to perform them right here, right now. Your keys and everything should be fine. It's the same thing as Warzone. So that means you haven't been slide canceling in Warzone then, because you can't do it here.
Well, yeah, since basically since I switched over to mouse and keyboard, then.
Right. So we gotta teach you how to do the slide cancel on a keyboard and mouse. Hold on. Let's see here. The only thing you have to change is the slide behavior. It has to be under tab, and that's basically it.
Oh, hold on. I think I know what it is though. Because it has changed stance / slide and I got crouch slide. Well, no, that's not the same. Is that the same keybind though? Let me give it a shot really quick. It's worth a shot, I guess.
The change stance and
Did it
slide,
change?
there's nothing.
There we
Just,
go, there we go.
just unbind.
Look.
Yeah. Yeah, now it's working.
There it
Let's
is.
go ahead and just keep going. Alright, let's go ahead and look at your slide cancel. Oh. Nope, too long. There we go.
Yeah, just
Alright, go ahead and just keep going. Keep going, but just follow me. Try to just keep slide canceling. Right now I'm trying to show you something. Go ahead and slide cancel. Keep going, slide cancel. Alright, just keep following me because I passed you. Just try to pass me now. So I'm just trying to show you the when you do a slide cancel perfectly how fast you're actually going. Just keep following me and let's see if you can maintain the speed, the distance that we're going. If you could, it's good. But if our distance is increasing, that means it's a big deal. As you can see, when the distance is increasing too much, and that means our speed difference is too great. We'll keep doing this for a little bit and see how long you can keep up our distance, like not letting it increase. We'll do this for one more round and then we're gonna stop.
Let me just fix the keybind after that, so I can because I have a toggle.
Alright.
Well, I mean you as well have a toggle for the sprint, and that's been working out super well for me. Then I can toggle it. Give me just a sec. Sprint behavior.
Wait, hold on. We'll change keys here. So, let's go over all the settings here. Let's slide behavior. Let's go to keyboard mouse under movement. Slide behavior. Are you there with me? Okay. Slide behavior is tap. Crouch behavior is toggle. Prone behavior is toggle. Automatic airborne mental.
Prone behavior. What did you have on prone?
Okay. Crouch behavior is toggle. Prone behavior is toggle.
Both toggle. Okay. I see.
Automatic airborne mental is disable. Sprint tactical sprint behavior is toggle.
Okay.
Automatic sprint is disable. Parachute auto deploy, that one's going to be up to you. It's really optional. Hold to use is disable. Okay, and then let's go to all the way down to the important stuff. Change stance / slide, that should be nothing. Nothing binds to it. It's empty.
Well, see, when I had crouch slide under left control, I could not slide cancel. Then I changed it into change slide / stance, and I started slide canceling, which is very interesting. It would not do. It could be. I mean, it could be PlayStation that is tripping, but like when I was crouch slide left control, it would not. It would not. It would not.
So when you bind it to change stance and then
Correct.
It worked now.
It worked. Yeah, that was the only change I made.
Okay.
It's really weird. I understand, but
yeah, I guess we'll just keep it like that then, since without it didn't work. Sprint, tactical sprint, and steady aim. That's just left shift.
Yeah, exactly.
Alright, so I think we're looking good here. Alright, let's go ahead and look at your slide cancel one more time now.
Right.
Go ahead and do your slide cancel. Notice how your gun didn't lift up on one of the interval. That's because your interval is too long. You have to make sure that that's one of the things I noticed is your interval was way too long just now the way you perform it. I'll show you. Go ahead and stand over here and I'll show you, and then we'll move on from the slide cancel. But if you take a look at me, there's 3 things you have to watch out for when you're slide canceling. The first thing is make sure your gun is always lifted up. When your gun is not lifted up, that means you're not doing a tactical sprint. The second thing you want to watch out for is make sure your slide is as short as possible. So it's just double slide. Unless you have automatic tactical sprint on. If you have automatic tactical sprint on, then it's going to be slide jump. But you don't have to learn the other way since it's off already. Now, the third thing, and the most important thing you have to watch out for, is the interval. The interval I'm referring to is the time between each slide. So notice how there's like a rhythm to how I'm slide canceling. It's like slide, 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 slide. That's the interval. Now, just make sure that you don't try to do like too quick of an interval. A very fast interval is good if you're in close range combat, that you're not really trying to be fast. You're just trying to turn the corner. So here's a quick interval used if you're ready to engage in somebody. But this is not what you want to use when you're running out in the open trying to be very fast. Slide, 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 slide. This is super fast, and you could do this very fast if you're in tight corners trying to engage in somebody quickly. But in general, most of the time you're not gonna be doing the 1-to-1 ratio. You're gonna be doing the slide, 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 slide. And make sure it's not too long. When you're doing it, you're running way too long. So let me go ahead and demonstrate to you what happens when you do it too long. It won't lift my gun up again. I just did the slide cancel and I tried the tactical sprint. My gun won't be lifted up on the next interval. Sometimes it'll be the next interval that won't be lifted up. So just make sure you don't
how long
be
do you
too greedy.
sprint? Like 1 second, 2 seconds? How long do you sprint?
So
between the cancels?
it's hard to say how many times. If you look at it, it's a feeling. But when you practice it, you'll get it. This is the time.
Yeah.
But whatever this time is.
You literally have
Again,
like
it's
3 more
slide,
steps, maybe, yeah.
slide, 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 and so on. So however many second that is. All right. But yeah, when you practice this on your own time, just get the feeling. You'll get it eventually. Just keep practicing it. Make sure it's not too long, not too short. And that's basically it. Now, here's some advanced, more slide cancel. Just know that you can sometimes change the way you're slide canceling. You don't have to be boring like what we're doing here. Sometimes you can do slide cancel, and then you can jump into a slide cancel. So sometimes you can add in like a jump. Just make sure when you add in like jumps, it's tactical sprint into a jump into a slide. So it's not like a slide out from it's not a jump out from a slide. So it's okay to jump into a slide cancel, but it's not okay to jump out from a slide cancel when you want to change up, like, you know, your character movement when you do the slide cancel. But alright, we're done with that. Let's go ahead and do the next test here. The next test here is very important, especially later on when we talk about level 3 positioning movement. But again, you can stand up here and I'll show you. We're basically going to do a slide cancel, but instead of going everywhere, we're just doing a slide cancel 180 in a perfectly straight line. That's all we're doing. Yep, go ahead and try it. So make sure it's a slide cancel. Don't let the slide be too long. Yeah, the faster slide cancel. Yep. Now try to be more aggressive with that turn. Be more sharp with that turn. Be like very aggressive with that turn. Like boom, just swipe it. Swipe it 180. Swipe it 180. Those turns are pretty good. That turn was good, except the crouching was too long. So remember, it's double crouch. The fastest crouch that you can do. It's just like a slide cancel, but all you're doing is adding it to 180. That was a good turn. Is just that your character your character needs to start running after the 180. There you go. It's a little bit better.
It is going on. Let's see.
There you go. That's not bad. That one's too long. That one's not bad. This one's way too long. That one's not bad. That one's not bad. That one's way too long. No, that slide is too long. Go ahead and do a slide cancel around the map again. Don't do the 180. Just slide cancel. Just do a regular slide cancel. No, that slide is too long. That's short. That's short. That's too long. That slide is too long. That's short. That's short. That's short. That's short. That's good. That's good. That's too long. That one was too long. That one's good. That one's good. That one's good.
Yeah,
that one's too long. Yeah. So yeah, that's where we're missing it up on. Sometimes you're short, but sometimes you're too long. It's very important that it's always short.
Yeah, don't forget I haven't had
now,
it up until now, until like a few minutes ago on the keyboard as well.
Yeah. I'll definitely recommend not using the left control, by the way. Let's go ahead and talk about the keybinds real quick. The core keybind in this game is for keyboard and mouse is WASD, and I would definitely highly never change WASD. Hopefully it's still WASD, right, for you?
Absolutely, yeah.
WASD is how you move. Perfect. Don't ever change that. Don't ever change core keybinds. Let's talk about major keybinds now. I would definitely highly suggest never changing major keybinds as well. Major keybind in this game is jump. Hopefully your jump is spacebar. Is it?
Space, yeah.
Perfect. The other major keybind is shift. That should be tactical sprint. And I think it is, right? Your
Absolutely.
shift is tactical sprint. Perfect. Don't ever change major keybinds. The other major keybind is slide/crouch. That should have been C, but you changed it. I'll highly suggest never changing major keybinds. So that's the only key that I'll suggest you changing back is the C. As to the minor keybinds will be reloading your weapon, changing weapons, using UAVs, plating up, marking the map, opening up the big map, stuff like that. We don't really care about those. Those are minor keybinds, and you could change them if you like. But major keybinds definitely do not change them. So I'll definitely highly suggest changing the control back to C. And I can go ahead and show you why that's the case. The thing is this. When you're doing slide cancel, you're only using 4 fingers. And slide cancel is one of the major movements that you're going to be performing all the time. Because when we introduce you to level 1 character movement, one of the requirements to complete level 1 character movement is to slide cancel 100% in Warzone. And the reason why slide cancel is so important is because later on when we talk more about advanced combat movements, you're going to be using slide cancel all the time too. So if you think about it, you're performing slide cancels with 4 fingers only. You're doing your core fingers, which is your index, middle, and ring finger. But then you're only using your pinky for shift and control back and forth. That's not good. You know, obviously the slide and the crouch, they need to be transitioned so quickly. So for example, when I hit my second C, I simultaneously hit my shift as well. But there's no way you could do that if you're using only 1 finger.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, I understand now.
Yeah, and then another thing is this: you have to spam. There's something called level 2. We're gonna introduce you to combat movement, and one of the combat movement is called the duck shot. And the duck shot just looks like this: you're spamming up and down like this, and you got to be able to strafe right, left, back, forward, back left, back right, forward left, forward right. You got to be able to spam the crouch in all directions. So go ahead and try it out. It's going to be difficult, right, when you have it as left control.
Yeah, see, the problem is now my whole going prone is changed.
So did you try to change your did you try to change the key to a C now, or
No, I did not, but I can.
okay. Yeah, I'll definitely highly suggest that. Again, core keybinds, major keybinds, never change that away. You have to keep in mind that these developers made these buttons as the default buttons for a reason. They try to help you out. They're not trying to make your life miserable by messing with you. They're trying to help you out. So they ask professionals, gamers, like thousands of them, hey, what's a good keybind? And these professionals like, hey, jump is good for spacebar, you know, slide is good for C, and WASD is good for movements. They thought these out. They're designed to help you out. Keep that in mind.
Wait, you have your crouch toggle? That's kind of confusing me. Isn't it hold for the crouch?
My crouch behavior is toggle, yeah. No, it's not hold. You don't want to be at hold. Yeah, no. You don't want to hold your crouch.
No?
No.
I see,
You don't want to hold the crouch.
Okay, that's kind of like that's why I'm having a hard time.
No, yeah, you want to hold the crouch. You want to toggle that. Yeah. Okay. So let's go ahead and did you change the slide back, the crouch back to a C or no?
I did, but it's still not working. It's only the other one is working. See, if I do it with C, watch this. If I do it with C, it's just sliding. If I do it with left control,
that's probably because you have to change you have to add in the stance, right? We talked about it. Let me see where it is. It's called the change stance /slide. You probably have to add in the C. Because
Uh-huh.
you didn't add in the C for that, right? So yeah,
Right.
again, usually it's supposed to be empty, but I guess for PlayStation, you gotta add it in. Once you add it in, I bet you can do it now. Because it's the same thing as earlier.
Let me try.
Yeah, it's working now, right?
And I got it on C now.
Yeah. Yeah, perfect. And now we're gonna have
Yeah,
to talk
that's
about the
so much
fingers you're
faster.
using.
You're right. Yeah.
What finger is pushing C?
The left index. And
Yeah,
the
so
pinky,
that's
the pinky is
another
pointing.
issue there. Yeah, that's another issue here. So let's go ahead and talk about it. So it's good that your pinky is hitting the shift key. That is correct. Sometimes people use their ring finger to hit the shift key, and that'll be incorrect. Your shift key has to be performed with your pinky. That is correct. Now, the C key, though, it has to be performed with your thumb. It cannot be your index finger.
I see.
Let's go ahead and talk about why that's the case. Because again, if you're hitting the C key with your index finger, how can you strafe right?
Yeah, you can't go right. Yeah.
If you're hitting if you're hitting C with your index, then you're strafing right with your middle finger on D. But then what finger is hitting W? You're gonna bring your ring finger up? It's just, your finger placement will be all incorrect. WASD needs to be performed with index, middle, and ring finger at all times. Your index finger should always be on D, your middle finger should always be on W and S, and then your ring finger should always be on A. So you need to learn how to use your thumb. It's going to be the top edge of your thumb to hit the C key. That's how you need to perform that C key.
Yeah, just a different grip.
And
I have to go above the space because it usually sits and sleeps in space, and it's all it does. It's just kind of like something I gotta get used to.
yeah. Again, this is something that was taught to me by a professional coach. This is why when I'm coaching people, I always coach them the method that I was coached it. And I was actually coached by a professional coach who coaches a professional esport team. So these finger placements, these core keybinds, major keybinds, and minor keybinds theories are basically passed on by a professional coach. So it's very important that your finger placement is correct and all that stuff. So here's one thing: after you are performing C with your with your thumb, sometimes when people are hitting the C with their thumb, their middle finger or ring finger will be lifted up on their keyboard. Make sure that doesn't happen to you. Your finger should always be resting on WASD at all times and shift at all times. That's where your finger should be placed on at all times, even when you're performing C. Like right now when I'm performing C, none of my fingers up on the air. They're always on the keys, ready to push like WASD. See how I'm hitting the C while going in like a circle? Because I'm going back, left, forward. I'm going back, left, back, right, forward, left, at all direction at all times. So just be able to train for this. But yeah, later on when you slide cancel, you're going to be hitting the C, and you're going to notice your slide cancel will be much faster, because right after the double CC, you can start hitting the shift. But alright, yeah, the other thing we have to watch out for was your slide cancel 180, yeah. Yeah, that was good. That last turn was excellent. You did it prone down. It shouldn't prone down. Your C should never prone down. Your C should never be.
Yeah,
but
the regular wouldn't work, so I had to put the one that also prones. It's change stance key that that does
okay.
it. So yeah, a little bit to work around, but I understand what you're trying to.
Yeah, but yeah, go ahead and do your slide cancel 180 again. It was looking good. Do it in a staircase so we know if you're exactly in a straight line or not. The staircase has a line right here. See how there's a line? So yeah, we can easily measure you. Yeah, that was good. That was good.
Yeah,
that was good.
Around, as you said. Yeah, it was
good.
It was the keybind.
Right, and now we fixed it. problem solve. Again, you have to get used to it because you just changed it today, so it's gonna
Mhm.
take a long time for you to get used to it. But it's looking good already. Now, the only thing that I've found there's an issue here again is your mouse. You're not lifting your mouse up. You were turning left and then you're turning right. So you were turning right from left and then left to right. That's telling me you're swinging your mouse around back and forth, back and forth. Let's go ahead and do the slide cancel one more time, but only in one direction. You need to learn how to pre-correct your mouse placement though. So a lot of times you need to lift your mouse up, place it to the right side, swing it back to the middle. So remember, it's not going to be a correction. Post correction will be if your mouse is at the center and you swing it to the left side, and then you bring it back to the center again. That's post correction. We don't want that. It has doing big movements like that. You need to always learn how to pre-correct. So right here, I place it to the right side of my mouse pad. I swing it back to the center. I swing it back to the center, place it to the right side, swing it back to the center, place it to the right side, swing it back to the center. So
I
I'm
understand.
lifting my mouse up a lot. Yeah.
This sounds difficult. We're gonna try.
That was good. Yeah, just need to start hitting the shift key though. Yeah.
Hold on, I was hitting B.
Yeah, your CC is insanely quick though. I saw that slide cancel. It was like, boom, that was done. Yeah, the only thing is you need to start, after the CC, you need to start hitting the shift key. I transitioned so quickly, almost the second C is being pushed with the shift at the same time. So I
No,
almost
I
basically
figured,
pushed
yeah,
my,
yeah.
yeah.
It really
Yeah.
had it for me when you said like it has to be done with 2 separate fingers.
Yeah. Yeah, it's looking good now, but yeah. Try to turn it in one direction, you're still turning in 2 different directions, I think. That's one direction. No, see, you turn back the other way because you didn't lift your mouse up. Turn one direction only.
Meaning when I'm here. Okay. Now what?
Yeah, so
Lift
so
or-
turn one direction. So no, before you're there already. My mouse is lifted, turn. My mouse is lifted, turn. My mouse is lifted, lift it, lift it, lift it to the right, turn to the center, lift it to the right, turn to the center, right to center, right to center, right to center. I'm only doing one direction. So that's right. Nope, see, you turned the other direction. You went from right to left and then left to right.
Oh, I see. As I'm
You
going,
just
so
turned
you
one
wanna
direction.
you wanna have consistent like left to right at all.
Yeah,
I
turn
see, I
from
see.
one direction. I'm turning from right to left, yeah. Yeah. Same direction, yeah, same direction. But just remember, keep in mind of your mouse placement though. Your mouse should always be at the center after you're done with that 180 turn. Do not post correct. It has to be a pre-correction here. Yeah, I think you got the idea.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
doing some
totally.
very good ones. Yeah, you're getting stuck at the crouch animation for too long. That means you're not hitting the shift key quick enough. But I think you eventually get it. Do these practice more on your own time. Let's go ahead and move on to our next test here. Our next test is going to be testing your ability to control your gun. So let's go ahead and use the kilo that we made for you. Stand against the wall right here. Yeah, take my position. Stand against the wall like where I am. Yeah, perfect. Shoot the other wall. Make your bullets as tight as you can. Alright, go ahead and stop and reload your weapon. You're pulling the gun too far down. Kilo almost has 0 recoil, so don't pull it down too much. Shoot it a little bit to the left side so we can look at your new bullet impacts. Alright, try it. There we go. Yeah, much better. That's good. If you can do that recoil every single time, this is definitely a good recoil control for a kilo. Now go ahead and stand still. Just stand right here. Don't move at all. I'll show you. So we look at your recoil control while standing still. Oh no, go back. Okay. So
Go back where I was.
yeah, just stand still. Don't move at all. So we look at your recoil control standing still and it was looking excellent. Now we need to look at your recoil control while strafing. So later on, you're going to take my position later, but go ahead and watch it. So you're going to be in my position. You're going to shoot the wall, and then you're going to be strafing to the right while you're shooting the wall. Now, when you're shooting at the wall, take a look at where I'm aiming at. Well, if you were still at the position that you were at, you will see that I'm still aiming at you. And that's exactly what you're going to do. You're going to shoot the wall and then strafe to the right. And then, yeah, see how you can see I'm still aiming at the wall that I was looking at?
Hmm.
So we're looking at your recoil control while strafing now. So go ahead and come to this wall now. Yeah. You're going to shoot at the other wall and then strafe to the right. And then keep shooting at the same spot. Yep. Yeah, that was good. Let's go ahead and take a look. So take a look at your strafing recoil and then take a look at your standing still recoil. You're going to notice that your strafing recoil is slightly bigger, right? So that is where you can easily improve that a little bit. This is one of the most effective ways to try to get your aim a little bit better. Because you don't always want to be standing still shooting at people. A lot of times at close to mid-range combat, you're going to be strafing. So it's good to learn how to be very stable with your mouse control when you need to turn it. So you can go ahead and come over here and aim at the X right here. The center of the X. Now when you're aiming at the center of the X, without shooting the X, go ahead and strafe to the right or left, it doesn't matter. Yep, keep strafing, keep strafing, keep strafing, keep strafing. From the right side, strafe back to the left. From where you are, strafe to the left. Yep, keep strafing back to the center and keep strafing past the center. This is center, keep passing it. Keep going to the left side, keep going, keep going. That's good. Go ahead and strafe back to the right side now. So that's all you're doing. Strafing from the left side to the right side to the left side. Now the thing that you're trying to look for here is your crosshair placement. If you find that your crosshair placement is slightly going like left, right on the center of the X, that means you're not stabilizing your mouse enough. So if you stabilize your mouse enough, you can maintain a very steady, consistent center of your crosshair on the center of the X. So some of the ways you can stabilize your mouse is you can use your elbows. Sometimes people like to use their elbows. They'll put the elbows against the armrest to stabilize the mouse. Some people, they don't like their elbows touching anything. So instead, how do they stabilize it? They use their forearm. So the whole entire arm is on the desk and their elbow is not touching anything. The elbow is in the air. And that's how they stabilize it, using their forearm. Sometimes people, they like to stand their hand like very at the edge of the table. So the elbow and the forearm is not touching anything at all. So how do they stabilize it? Well, they use a claw grip. So if you use a claw grip, basically you can use your wrist and the side edge of your thumb and pinky to stabilize your mouse. The two major grip that people will land in are claw grips or palm grips. But if you are playing with a claw grip, you could stabilize it without any other stuff. But anyways, you just have to find your stabilization point. Everybody's a little different, but I give you ideas. You can use your elbow, forearms, wrists, your fingers, all that stuff. The way I stabilize it,
armrest, as you mentioned, that's my
yeah,
I've been doing that for
your elbow on the armrest. That's how you stabilize it.
absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, same here. Yeah, that's exactly how I stabilize mine too. I use
How about the
my
weights?
elbow too.
I got a little weights with my mouse, like a little weight thingies.
The
You
weighted,
can add weight, yeah, to the mouse.
Yeah, that's just preference. It's up to you. I like to have a light mouse, so I don't actually, uh, um, yeah, I don't really use those weighted mouse. It just depends on people. I like to have a light mouse though. So, anyways, yeah. So just make sure that you practice the standing still and strafing recoil every day. Now we practice it with Kilo because Kilo is the easiest weapon to control. After you master Kilo for the standing still and strafing, make sure you change it up. Practice AK-47, M4A1, REM7, AMAX, blah blah blah. Master every single assault rifle in this game, and hopefully by the time, or maybe even before you master every single assault rifle, you're gonna start noticing that you should be using your bullet impact to control your weapon as well. A lot of times people only use their crosshair to control their gun, but honestly, you should be looking at the tracer and your crosshair to control your gun. The tracer that I'm talking about is the bullets that's shooting out of your gun. You can actually see how your bullet is shooting out and control your gun that way as well. But again, after you watch enough recoils, you're gonna start noticing that. Hopefully, you'll start noticing it. Um, but yeah, I'll definitely suggest practicing the standing still and strafing recoil every day, 5 minutes a day, every single day. Of course, you'll change up the guns after you master each gun. So after you master Kilo, maybe change it up to like AMAX or M4A1 and just so on. All right, we're done with all the tests. Everything that I test you on, make sure you get it to perfection. I'm glad we fixed your slide cancel. You obviously knew how to slide cancel. You just never performed it on a keyboard and mouse on the PlayStation. But now that we changed the keybinds, all that stuff, we fixed it. It's looking good. Um, yeah, let's go ahead and move on. Now, before we move on to Warzone, let's go ahead and start introducing you to the pyramid concept. So basically, the pyramid concept is a way that I use to break the game down into different levels. So basically, let's just introduce you to the first level. Level 1. Level 1 character movement just requires you to do two things. Slide cancel 100% in Warzone, which you should be able to do. We taught you how to slide cancel. Well, we changed all your thing and we fixed it. So you are able to slide cancel now. It doesn't just fully slide out. You're going to do that 100% of the time in Warzone though. The second thing, and it's the hardest thing to teach people, but it seems like you don't have issues on that based on what you were telling me. But basically, the second part is to play fast and efficient at the game. So that means, let's say for example, if you pop a UAV and you know a team is in a building, if your reaction first to push into the building is to crouch and pre-aim and open the door slowly and just try to sneak your way up to the enemy, then you are already developing a very slow-paced play style. No, that is not how you should be pushing into people. Yeah. Or if you're like in a building and somebody opened a door and your first reaction is, oh shoot, somebody's here. I'm gonna crouch. I'm gonna walk. I'm gonna be sneaky. Then you're also a slow-paced player. Never be slow. If somebody comes into my building and I know he's here, I'm gonna go straight into and start hunting them. I'm talking about big buildings, like buildings in Southmine or something. But anyways, basically what I'm trying to say is, if you ever feel yourself wanting to crouch a lot, then start to get rid of that habit. That habit is no good. If you ever feel like you want to walk a lot, that's also no good. Get rid of those habits. And obviously, you don't want to be camping as well. If you're camping, you're not playing efficient at the game. But anyways, that's level 1. Let's go ahead and talk about level 2 for you real quick. Level 2 is combat movement, and the 3 most basic combat movement in this game is drop shot. You can go ahead and do a drop shot, yeah. Well, did you just do 2 drop? Yeah, your drop shot should be 1 single button. 1 single button should drop you down, yeah. Okay, and then the other one is jump shot. You're just jumping. And then the third one is duck shot. You're just ducking up and down. Ducking up and down. Nope, spam it faster. Go, don't strafe it, just go ahead and spam it. Spam, there you go. And then duck left and right. Back, forward, left, back, right, forward, right. Go in a circle. See how I'm going in a circle? Like I'm going forward a little bit. Combine like forward, left. Like you're going left and right, you can do like forward, left, yeah. And then ducking at the same time. Yeah, I can see you're doing in a circle. You just have to add in that duck shot while you're doing that. Messing it up a little. But yeah, you can work on that a little bit better. Alright, let's go ahead and talk about when to do all of them. Drop shot is extremely powerful when you're at close range, because go ahead and aim at me. Yeah, if you're aiming at me, and then I just do a drop shot, I'm completely off your crosshair. You will miss a few bullets. So that's what's going to make me, be able to kill you when you miss those few bullets on me. Jump shot is pretty self-explanatory. You're just at close to mid range. You should always be like moving, strafing left or right. But why not just strafe right and jump at the same time? And the thing is, I never recommend people try to aim for people's head. You always aim for people's chest area at close to mid range. And when you're aiming at the chest area, every time you jump up, you're going to get that headshot. Duck shot is very powerful. Go ahead and just stand right here. Duck shot is really good when you're behind cover like this. You can duck up and down while strafing left and right. Alright, have you seen my YouTube channel, by the way? Oh, I can't hear your mic if you're talking.
I checked out maybe
maybe
one video. So
oh, okay, so you have
checked too
access
much,
to my YouTube. Yeah, it's all good. Watch my level level 2 and level 3 character movement, you're gonna know more about this. Now level 3 is a little bit more complicated. There's a lot of things that I did not include in my level 3 positioning video, so I will teach you that in our session later on. But we're basically done here. We're gonna go into Warzone first, teach you the Warzone training method, and then we're gonna come back to a custom map and finish the level 3 positioning movement for you.
Hmm.
But do you have any questions before we move on to the Warzone phase?
No, not so many. No, I mean there are a few things that I gotta
Okay.
cover, but you really pointed them out well, so all good so far.
Okay, sounds good. Let's go ahead and take us out of the game. You're the leader, so let's go ahead and go to Warzone now.
You've scored a victory, mate. Let's have another.
And then you can queue us
Okay.
into a dual Warzone.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Did
So
you
let's
say
go ahead and
you wanna
talk
do
about
duos?
yeah,
BR
duels.
duos? Uh-huh.
So let's yeah, BR duels.
Uh-huh.
Go ahead and talk about the way you want to be training. So the only true way to train yourself when you're playing Warzone is to do solo Warzone actually. I don't recommend playing teams to try and train yourself because you have to really match your playstyle with the teammate. And sometimes you're overly dependent on your teammates, or sometimes your teammate is bad, they're dragging you down. So the best and most efficient way is to do it by yourself, solo,
So
when you're
you
training.
is
Now,
that what you
mhm.
recommend, like if you wanna get better?
Oh yeah,
Is it
absolutely.
mostly to do
Do
once?
solo. Yeah, you always want to do solo Warzone for sure if you're trying to get better. Now, you don't aim for solo here. That's not the whole goal here. You want to aim for solo quad. You want to aim for solo trios. So you start off by doing solo, but after you can be comfortable solo and solo feels too easy, which it should if your KD is very close to your 2. That's when you need to start doing solo duels. And once your KD is like around a 3, that's when solo duels will be too easy for you and you need to start doing solo trios and solo quad. This is why this training method will always push you to the next level, because even if you are the best player in the world, solo quad is insanely challenging. Let me know when you can hear me.
I can hear you. Solo
Alright,
makes it
so so
makes it
yeah. So now we understand that solo is what you need to perform on, but you don't aim for solo. You want to
Yourself a
eventually
proper
get to like
warm-up.
solo trios and solo quad, or at least be training at the solo dual level, you know?